Hi, Alex.
Thank you for allowing me to present my project to all of you. So the title of my project is Volcano Insurance, and so for this project I incorporated the understanding by design planning model. The format model as well. But I also incorporated another framework that science teachers may or may not be familiar with, called the socio-scientific issues. And what socio-scientific issues the framework is all about is turning our students into scientifically literate citizens. So it's funny, you look at the NGSS frameworks, and I'm sure what most of us do, even with the math frameworks, right? We go right to our standards, and that's what we read, not realizing that it's not a book of standards, it's a framework. So you have several appendices in the beginning and at the ends that, if you look at those, you see that the vision and the goal of what Common Core is trying to do is to turn our students into citizens of the world, not so much learning facts, as was mentioned by a previous presentation. But essentially, here is my assignment. So I have here the frameworks of socio-scientific issues, which I could email anyone if they would want to see. And then here I have a learning plan. So this was taken from my UbD unit. And so I follow the 5 E's way of teaching science. So that would be starting with an engage. So the engage could take anywhere from 5 minutes to a whole lesson. My engage would be a whole lesson. In my engage, we'll do a see, think, wonder. We're going to discuss, and then I'm going to play them a song. The song is Jimmy Buffett, Volcanoes, and I will also be giving them the lyrics as well. And what's really powerful about the song is that it takes the point of view of someone who is living in a community that is ravaged by volcanoes. So they can start to build their empathy in that way. And then the lyrics are also provided. Following the song and ensuing discussion, I'm going to show them some real life news clips of what's going on so they can really see what's happening. And then we'll end with an exit ticket. That'll be day 1. And then the real meat of what I'm trying to do is in the explore. So for the 5 E's way of teaching science, it's all about exploration, which I feel ties right into so many different learning styles. in my Explore, I was able to hit all 4 types of learners in both right and left brain modes. Which was great. And then from there, the key part of the Explore is a jigsaw. If you're not familiar with the jigsaw, every student will start in a home group, and they're going to be in their home groups, and they're all going to be given different stakeholders for the context. The context is Hawaii. So right now, in case you're not sure, volcanoes are erupting in Hawaii. They've been doing so since May 3rd, even still erupting as I speak now. And over 750 homes as of last Friday have currently been destroyed, the majority of which are not able to get home insurance at all. So one man in particular was 56 years old in Hawaii, 5 years away from retirement. He had just paid off his home, his car was paid off, he was good to go, but with this volcanic eruption, his house is gone, his home is gone, and a quote, "I don't know what I'm going to do." Right? And that's what all these people are living through. Companies are not necessitated to provide insurance, and so in the jigsaw, students are going to take on several roles. So some students will be homeowners, right? So they're going to come at it with the lens of, should homeowners get volcano insurance? And then another lens would be Allstate insurance, which we are familiar with Allstate. They don't offer volcano insurance. Another stake owner would be the Hawaiian Homeowners Insurance Association, which is a private company founded in the 90s, and there are 2 other stakeholder groups as well. And I want the students to, at the end of their exploration, to write a written policy to figure out, well, should it be offered or not? So it ties in a lot of federal, state, and local government issues, right? So that brings in social studies pretty heavily. They'll be reading and writing throughout my 5 E's, which ties in the English language arts. The music is incorporated in the engage, and I'm going to skip over the explain, going to skip over the extend, and go right over to the evaluate, because I'm really excited about my summative assignment, because I'm giving the students essentially a menu. So they will have about 5 different ways that they could choose one to present their understanding. One way would be to create and then perform a song or poem or skit in any way. Another option would be like a raft option, where they could essentially write a letter to anyone they want. Essentially, I would recommend like the president or someone, but I'm pretty open to see where that goes to make the recommendation, and there are other options there as well. So I was very happy with my unit, because I was able to hit all of the 4 learning styles and the 2 types of learning, while also explicitly tying in 4 disciplines standard-wise into my unit. But as I was thinking about it, most units, most lessons, I would say, are interdisciplinary already, whether we call it that or not, because students are always reading, speaking, listening, writing. So right there you have ELA. Anytime they're working with numbers, graphs, or any of the science practices, there you have math. Anytime they're working, they're observing, that's a science practice. They're always doing science. So all of those contents are always there. Yeah, this is it.
Very good, interesting. Any questions? Good. Thank you, Alex. Very good.